Hello, this is the City Council meeting of November 2nd, 2015. If you stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If I could call upon the clerk to read the roll, please.
Councilmember Altough.
Here.
Councilmember Ellison.
Here.
Councilmember Mayer.
Here.
And Mayor Hodges.
Here. Item 2 is approval of the agenda. Any additions or corrections to that agenda?
I move that we approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second. And moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Item number 3 is approval of the minutes of our previous meeting on October 19th. Those are in our packet. Any additions, corrections, changes, errors, or omissions?
I move that we approve the minutes of the previous meeting as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the minutes of October 19. All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? Item 4 is approval of the accounts payable. Again, in our packet for our review. Any concerns or questions there?
I move that we approve the accounts payable as presented.
I will second.
Thank you. Been moved and seconded to approve the accounts payable, and for this we need a roll call vote.
Councilmember Altough.
Yes.
Councilmember Ellison.
Yes.
Councilmember Mayer.
Yes.
And Mayor Hodges.
Yes. Thank you. Item 5 is citizen comments for any of the items that do not appear on our agenda. If any citizen would like to address the council, this would be the time. We'd ask that you state your name and keep your comments to about 5 minutes. Seeing none, we'll move on then to old business. Mr. Howe, our strategic goals report, pending council projects.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. On strategic goals report number 4, President Newhoff has completed a draft report. We'll be getting into his review in the near future. That near future was actually today. And in the meantime, I've asked that they be prepared to make a presentation to the council giving some history on the analysis leading up to obtaining the SAW grant that we will be receiving in 2016, and also the decision to move the wastewater lift station, because we've done a lot of work leading up to that, and we anticipate that we'll be asking the council to sign a contract and have President Newhoff start working on the design of that. So that'll be coming soon. So I've asked them to put together a presentation to do some of that, give you some of that background. And that's it on strategic goals, and then nothing new on pending council projects.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item 7, our new business, and item A is Lowell Light and Power retiree COLA, cost of living adjustment.
Lowell Light and Power Board has recommended a cost of living increase for retirees of Lowell Light and Power. There's a memo in your packet outlining the details of that, and the recommendation is that you approve the flexible E-benefit option for Lowell Light and Power Division owners with a 2016 COLA increase of 1%.
Okay. Any concerns, questions? Is there a motion?
I would move that we accept the recommendation of the Lowell Light and Power Board to approve the benefit increase, cost of living increase for Lowell Light and Power retirees.
I'll second. Thank you. Been moved and seconded to approve the Lowell Light and Power COLA adjustment at 1%. And all those in favor? Yes?
Yes.
Any opposed?
No.
3 to 1. Moving on then to council comments, item number 8, and we'll begin with Mr. Mayor, but before we do, I'd just like to thank him. This is his last meeting serving with us, and I see you've got some special members of the audience here tonight. I don't know if you'd like to point them out.
Yes, my fiancée Kelly and her daughters Katie and Ava.
Welcome to the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, I see one.
And any comments, Mr. Mayor?
I do. I wrote this down because I couldn't remember any of this. So. As this is my last meeting, I'd like to first say thank you to everyone who supported me and encouraged me to stick it out, even though they knew it wasn't easy for me. For the current council and employees, it was a pleasure to work with most of you, and I'd like to offer my gratitude for all you do to keep the wheels spinning. Your insight has helped me immensely, and I'm forever grateful for that. For the future councils, I believe you owe your positions to the citizens. If they take the time out of their busy and stressed out lives to attend and ask questions of you, don't you think they are entitled to an answer on their time? Many are disappointed I didn't run again. When I was appointed last year, I was so excited to serve the citizens. But after seeing the deceit and deception that goes on within the city government, I want no part of it, as long as it continues. I'm sorry I couldn't do what I was asked. We all want Lowell to be the next place to be, but you have to ask yourself, but for who? That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Alton?
It's the beginning of the month, so no boards have met. I did go to the airport board and just set in because Matt couldn't make it last week.
Fire.
Oh, what?
You said airport. You meant
Oh, fire board.
Different
Excuse me, different board. They are doing a lot of changes with the agreement. There's a lot of wording in it that's not quite right. They're adding wording to it, and I think it's a very important board that we have someone set on, and I think that we should look into our rules and make sure that if the person sitting on that board can't make that meeting, whoever it is, there should be an alternate that can go and sit in the voting position, because that board could go 3 months without meeting. And if you're not up on everything and that person happens to be sick that day or out of town for work, there's no representation, just one vote. And there's not enough discussion time, period. And I just think it's important that we look into that in the near future. So, that's all good luck to all the candidates that are running, and everyone vote, and see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Ellison?
I didn't have, actually the Historic District Commission did meet. I was unable to attend that one, so sorry I don't have an update for that, but I'm sure it's on the website. And sorry about Matt's comments. I feel bad. Being on the city council is a tough position. It's not for everyone. I know you have to do what's best, and it's nice that you got the opportunity to serve, but it's a tough spot to be in, and it's hard to not have a personal agenda. It's hard to do what you think is best for the citizens, and I hope that's what future councils will do as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice newsletter in the my water bill. The water bill wasn't so nice, but the newsletter's great. And anyway, thank you for all of that. I'd like to make a comment that Matt will be serving. We'll have the new candidates inducted into office on Monday, November 9th, as it calls for in the city charter, at 8 p.m. Monday, November 9th at 3:30, there's still a fire board meeting. So Matt will serve on that and attend that. If he cannot, Mr. Altoff has assured me that he could make it, so we'll look at Mr. Altoff as kind of filling in the gaps here for November and December until we reconvene and reorganize in January. That being said, wish everyone well in the elections tomorrow, and get out and vote early. Didn't say often, early. So good luck to all, and we'll be reorganizing and taking a new chapter in our city's history, I'm sure. And with that, manager's report, Mr. Howell.
Thank you. It's Exciting to let you know that we received a letter of interest from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. They are interested, they have not committed, but they are interested in awarding a $200,000 grant, CDBG grant, for the proposed Big Boiler Brewing Company. The brewing company would be located in the eastern portion of the old Superior Furniture Building. We have been working with that building owner and with that developer for a very long time to help them to get to this point, and he has secured his bank funding, and now he's working with the MEDC to secure this grant from the MEDC. And the grant actually would be a City of Lowell grant, and we would need to hire a third-party administrator, which I understand the MEDC will pay for, to help us with paperwork and the administrative side of things. But very excited to be announcing that, and looking forward to the opportunity to have yet another successful downtown business. The annual Community Cleanup Day was again a success. The cleanup is sponsored by the Lowell Area Vision Group. That group consists of the City of Lowell, Lowell Township, Burns Township, Lowell Area Chamber of Commerce, and Lowell Area Schools. I would especially like to recognize the Lowell Rotary Club and the interactors from the high school. There were a lot of high school students who were there who were helping. This community cleanup day would not have happened without their assistance, and so I just want to give a special thanks to the high school Lowell Interact Club and the work that they did in helping with the cleanup. And finally, our annual audit for the prior fiscal year is complete, and copies will be distributed later this week, and the auditors will be here at your next meeting to present the audit report. Just a little bit of a sneak preview. Sue and I have been working for several years to try to eliminate from the audit report what has been called a material weakness, having to do with preparing of financial statements. That material weakness is gone. It is no longer in our audit report, which is a great milestone for us, and Sue really deserves a lot of credit for the work that she did in helping to remove that. So just a little sneak preview on the audit. You'll hear from them, though, at the next meeting. And that is all I have, other than Councilmember Mayor. I appreciate your support on the council and the work that you've done, and certainly we'll see you in the near future as it's time for me to start working on my chainsaw and so on the stuff. But thank you for your service to the citizens of Lowell, and thank you for the work. I have enjoyed working with you. We haven't always agreed. I've always been a great supporter of me and held my feet to the fire. But you did serve the community, and I appreciate that. I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Thank you. There are no appointments to be made at this time, and with that,
I move that we adjourn at 7:14.
I'll second.
all right, thank you, sir. You don't have to stay here. There's no moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor? Yes. Thank you very much.